Way to stay sharp and save the game with a checkmate attack in the endgame. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The French defense prepares for d5, but blocks in the light-squared bishop in exchange for a strong center and counterattacking chances. d4 grabs full control of the center and opens up the dark-squared bishop. d6 is a timid move that doesn't take as much space as d5 but does control the e5 and d5 squares. Develops the knight and attacks the center, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Your pin helps to build pressure on your opponent's knight. This is not the right idea. Your pin helps to build this. You overlooked a better way to move a bishop to safety. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This attacks a bishop, winning a tempo when it moves away. A good choice to move your threatened bishop. This overlooks an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn. You permitted the opponent to kick a bishop. This kicks a bishop. You missed a better way to move a bishop to safety. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This moves your bishop to a safer square. This defends the attacked pawn. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. Out comes the bishop and into the battle. This move hurts your chances. This threatens to win a bishop by trapping a piece. You stopped your opponent from being able to win a bishop by trapping a piece. This kicks a bishop. This is a good time for you to get out of trouble. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board while also developing a rook. This move might cause trouble for you. This loses a pawn. You are losing a knight this way. You overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a knight. You overlooked an opportunity to force doubling of pawns. This stops the opponent from being able to create a passed pawn. You captured a free pawn. This leaves a knight without defenders. You won a knight for free? A solid choice. You captured back. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. You keep the initiative, occupying an outpost square and forcing the piece away. Black activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. Nice, definitely the right move. A very strong play. You've added an extra layer of protection to your pawn. This threatens to win a queen through a fork. You prevented your opponent from being able to win a queen through a fork. Recaptures. Your opponent will have to keep an eye on that passed pawn. One of the best moves. You found the move that blocks the attacker. Applying pressure to white's pawn chain. That was an even swap of material. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. Oops, you gave up a pawn. That was a free pawn. You are threatening to capture a rook and win material after the follow-up trades. This wins a pawn by removing a key defender. You overlooked a better way to recapture a piece. You overlooked a bet. This is the only good move. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. Your rook is now developed, bringing all pieces to the board. That was a free knight. You allowed the opponent to create a passed pawn. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. Recapturing. That rook was free for the taking. You missed an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This steps away from the checking queen. This move will cost you a bishop. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This blocks the check from the rook. This is the only good move. Black's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control. You escape the check from the queen. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You stopped your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. This permits the opponent to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent has no escape. You can force a checkmate with the correct moves. This captures a queen that checked the king. Well done, executing a textbook back rank mate.